While the Western world is distracted by the celebratory headlines of the Artemis II splashdown, a silent but lethal competitor is moving with clinical precision. For decades, the United States held the undisputed crown of space exploration, but the landscape of 2026 has shifted dramatically. The China National Space Administration, or CNSA, is no longer just playing catch-up. They are setting a pace that has left Washington in a state of quiet panic. While NASA's Artemis program struggles with shifting budgets, political cycles, and the unpredictable delays of private contractors, Beijing operates with a singular, unwavering 30-year vision. Their Long March isn't just a rocket series, it's a calculated geopolitical maneuver designed to plant the red flag in the lunar shadows long before an American boot touches the dust again. The numbers tell a story that many in the West are afraid to face. While we wait for the next Starship prototype to survive its refueling tests, China's Chang'e missions have been landing on the moon with robotic efficiency, returning samples and scouting the very craters NASA hopes to occupy. The technical gap is closing faster than anyone predicted. China's heavy-lift Long March 10 rocket is already clearing its milestones ahead of schedule, specifically designed for a manned lunar landing by 2029. They aren't just building rockets, they are building an entire lunar infrastructure, from high-speed communication nets to advanced mapping systems that make the Apollo-era maps look like ancient scrolls. The Dragon hasn't just entered the race, it's currently leading the sprint to the finish line.
If you want to stay ahead of the curve and uncover the secrets behind this new cosmic rivalry, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep digging into the truth that mainstream media often ignores. Now, let's go deeper into the specific technology that might give China the ultimate advantage in the battle for the moon's most valuable resources.
While the American lunar strategy relies heavily on solar panels and limited battery life, China is betting on a much more powerful and controversial source of energy: nuclear power. Reports from within the CNSA suggest that Chinese scientists are perfecting a megawatt-class nuclear reactor specifically designed for the lunar surface. This isn't just a small backup generator. It is a massive power plant capable of sustaining an entire city in the pitch-black shadows of the moon for years at a time. This nuclear advantage allows China to operate through the 14-day-long lunar nights that would freeze and kill most solar-powered equipment. By controlling the power supply, China isn't just visiting the moon. They are preparing to own the infrastructure that everyone else will eventually have to pay to use. But the ambition doesn't stop at energy. China is currently deploying a sophisticated constellation of relay satellites known as the Qiu series, effectively building a high-speed lunar internet. This network ensures that their rovers and future taikonauts have constant 24/7 high-bandwidth communication with Earth, even from the mysterious far side of the moon. While NASA's Gateway station is still years away from being fully operational, China's digital grid is already being laid out. They are creating a smart moon environment where autonomous swarms of robots can mine, build, and communicate without waiting for commands from Beijing. It's a level of integration that makes the current Artemis plan look like a collection of disjointed missions rather than a unified conquest. The most dangerous weapon in China's arsenal isn't a rocket, it's a legal loophole. While the United States and its allies have signed the Artemis Accords, a set of principles designed to ensure peaceful cooperation and the transparent behavior of nations on the moon, China has pointedly stayed away. Instead, Beijing is crafting its own set of rules. There is a growing fear among international legal experts that once China lands at the lunar South Pole, they will declare safety zones around their habitats and mining sites. Under the guise of protecting their equipment and personnel from interference, China could effectively seize control of the most water-rich craters, essentially telling the rest of the world, "You are welcome to the moon, but this specific vital piece of it is now ours." This strategic land grab would create a geopolitical nightmare. If the CNSA reaches the Shackleton crater first, they don't need to claim the whole moon. They only need to control the gateways to the ice. By establishing a permanent presence supported by their nuclear reactors and communication grid, they can create a first-come, first-served reality that the United States is currently unprepared to challenge. The moon is rapidly transforming from a scientific preserve into a mirror of the South China Sea, a place where presence equals power, and where the slow-moving bureaucracy of international treaties is being outpaced by the cold, hard reality of boots on the ground.
The countdown to 2029 has already begun, and it's a date that could redefine human history. If China's current momentum continues, the end of this decade won't just see a new flag on the moon. It will witness a tectonic shift in global power. We're looking at a scenario where the lunar gold rush ends with a single victor holding the keys to the solar system's most valuable refueling station. While NASA is doing incredible work with the Artemis missions, the sheer weight of bureaucratic inertia and the volatility of private partnerships have created a window of opportunity that Beijing is sprinting through. The year 2029 could be the moment when the American century in space officially gives way to a new, multipolar era where the rules are written in Mandarin. This is no longer just about national pride. It's about the economic survival of future generations. The moon is the ultimate high ground. Whoever controls its resources, the water for fuel, the helium-3 for energy, and the strategic peaks for communication, will dictate the terms of human expansion to Mars and beyond. If the West falls behind, we risk entering a future where space is not a global commons, but a collection of fortified territories. The struggle we see today between NASA's vision of international cooperation and China's mission of strategic dominance is a preview of the next 100 years. We are witnessing the birth of a spacefaring civilization, and the growing pains are being felt in every delayed launch and every successful robotic landing. As we watch the Artemis II crew begin their long recovery on Earth, we have to ask ourselves, are we doing enough? The race for the moon is a test of our collective will, our technological genius, and our ability to dream big in the face of impossible odds. The silver disk in our night sky is no longer a distant mystery. It is the next frontier of human conflict and cooperation. Whether the first permanent base on the moon is a beacon of global unity or a fortress of national power remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the race is far from over, and the winner will be the nation that realizes that on the moon there are no second-place prizes. The future is waiting, and it's up to us to decide who gets to shape it.